Subtitle Tuna is back in the seat of commentating for a wee bit. Because nobody likes to do their fucking job around here. As we wait for all 17 drivers of Tier 1 to ready up. Pretty sure Tier 2 had more. Tier 1 has fallen off just a wee bit. Oh, excuse me. Fridge is calling people Pookie Bear. Good stuff, Fridge. Attaboy! We're here. With, Jake was supposed to be signed for the second seat of Ferrari with Dom, with a brand new lineup. Because Hops got dropped. But he wanted to leave too. He will be back in 2024 as long as Beeford and I don't know who else is joining back. But we do have Senior Ghost now, which is one of the boys that can fight for the top. I don't remember who else because I wasn't here for Bahrain. So who is first? Wandy. He is a Tier 2 graduate, I'm pretty sure. As well as Josh, which is not here. And I don't know who else. I haven't been here in a minute. Anyways, track map, boom, bam, lap data, boom. Military, don't need that because that's just gonna tell everybody what people are doing. Why is Parker on intermediates? Get a life. And Wandy is already grinding on the curb. Phenomenal gaming experience. If I remember how to fucking control the buttons. There it is. Alrighty. Looks like some traffic with, who is that? Parker F50 that's trying just to go around everybody on intermediates, because that makes sense. Yes, fast boy. Go ahead and get those intermediates shitted on so you can set a great lap. Oh wait, no, he's testing his setup. I'm stupid. Anyways, who is leading the championship? I know Bahrain was pretty crazy. I hope y'all can hear me. Heyo, we get like 3 people watching us and I'm getting yelled at for language. While Wandy starts the first lap of the session with his teammate Jamie that has actually already started his lap. It's gonna you have to be very tidy through here, and looks like Jamie is not taking the best line, but he does look like he's able to carry a lot of speed through the corners. Wandy's gonna follow him. Looks like he's gonna be a little bit slower than Jamie. As you can see, not carrying as much speed as his teammate. Jamie is, I think, a 2 or 3 time champion. I'm not sure. I don't even know. Good to still have him here, though. That was a beautiful turn. Got to get the rotation on this track if you want time and be able to get onto the power as soon as possible. But that is going to be, don't know who that was. That is an Alfa Romeo, probably a switch because he's the only Alfa Romeo on track. But that is a purple sector 2, obviously, by Jamie. And he is going to be in this last sector. Most of your time on this track is going to be in sector 1, a little bit in sector 2, and then sector 3 is just as long as you don't mess it up, you'll be fine. But coming to the last corner, Jamie is going to set the benchmark for the rest of the league to chase with the AlphaTauri of Senior Ghosts or Dave Raptors. And I just did that. And the first lap is going to be a 26.920, which isn't that quick. I hope that's a pretty bad lap from him. But who is going to be next? Wandy is going to be put it up on to pole with a .6 with a .7 from Roman. And I'm pretty sure the Alfa Romeo is coming. I don't know. There's a Merc. The Merc of Kantz is going to be setting a lap now, and he is going to put himself up at a P2. Looks like the track is not on the best conditions at the moment, and then one of the Ferraris, that is going to be Dom setting a lap now, and he's going to put himself up into P1 with a .1. Still in the 26s. Not really expecting anything else until, but that's going to be a 27.1 from the Ferrari reserve. F50, wrong Williams. Is it Fridge? Fridge has set a 27.4. And here's F50, I think, finishing his lap now. And he is going to put himself up into P6 with Trixchans coming into the pits, with Chris coming into the pits, and Willis Jack coming into the pits. Willis Jack is going to go on pole, about a tenth and a quarter in front of Dom, with Dave Raptors putting himself up into P6. Senior Ghost is going to be starting his lap now, with Switch coming around the final corner and maybe looking to put himself up into the top 5, which doesn't look that hard at the moment. These are my bankers. The .6 is my banker. And he's only a tenth off of P3. And whoever that was, don't know who that was. Go ahead and no, Senior Ghost is in front of him. Senior Ghost has set a purple sector 1, which is where most of your time is on this lap. So it looks like he could be setting up a very good lap unless he's running higher downforce than the rest of these guys. You're going to have to make the rotation work pretty good through here. Looks like he got the car through it. I don't know about the power. Kind of heard a little bit of a moment through there. But he is going to be coming through the sector 2 now. And he is going to cross the sector 2 line and set a purple sector 2. He's going to go a little wide there. Don't want to go over the corner too much, over the curb too much, because it will lose you more time than gained. But here to the final sector, you want to keep it nice and tidy. The Merc's just chilling there. But through the last sector, you want to touch the inside curb, which he did not. You want to get on the power as soon as possible. But he is going to cross the line now, and he's going to put himself up into P2. A very good lap from Senior Ghost. And Meowslater is going to come in with Parker through sector 2. I know Parker's had some pretty good performances so far, or I don't know. That is a purple sector 2 from Parker. He could be running just lower downforce than the rest of these guys. We're gonna have to see what he does. Coming around the final corner, you want to stick it in a 4th, get as close as you can to that, and just slam on the throttle as fast as you can. Carry as much speed, and he's gonna want to cut the line a little bit. And he is going to put himself up into P11, just one position away from the point positions, which is less than a quarter of a tenth. With the... Are these guys going? No, they're not. And Jamie and Wandy are going to be on an outlap. I think Jamie is going to be the first one out. Literally a tenth or 2 of improvement will put him up P5. Pretty close this time around. I haven't been here in a minute. Feels good to be back a little bit. I think one of the Red Bulls are gonna be going first. Yep. So Chris in the Red Bull is going to be setting one of his first laps of the session. Haven't really seen too much of Chris. I know he reserved for Ferrari last race, I'm pretty sure. And we're going to see if he can deserve a Tier 1 spot. Going to be a little bit of traffic coming out, but they are getting out of the way. Good stuff for Chris, but it is going to be a little bit of a snap at the rear. A little eager on the throttle. Looks like he is carrying enough speed through this corner. It looks like he is a little wide, though. Keep it nice and tidy through here, and you'll find time. That looks like he is carrying a lot of speed through there, but he is going over those curbs, and that is not going to be a purple sector 1. But Jamie is going to come across now, and he is not going to set a purple sector 1, but he is 3/10 up on his time, which is good enough for P4 at the moment. Kind of a big drop off between 3 and 4. Jamie's going to want to try to put himself up into that top 5, especially with his old teammate Dom with McLaren last season. They were very well matched towards the end of the season. I don't know if Jamie just wasn't practicing that much, but to this final sector, it is going to be a purple sector 2, and he is 5/10 up at the moment, which could be fighting for pole if he can bring it in this last turn. Speaking English is not my forte, but he is going to be crossing, going to get close as he can to the wall, and he is going to get on the power as fast as he can. And I thought he was coming into the pits, I was about to say, but he is going to put himself up into P4 in front of his teammate Wandy. I think Wandy is the only other one on the lap at the moment. Wandy is half a tenth up on his time at the moment. Wandy has improved drastically since he's left here too. No, he was a pretty good driver for a while, and he is going to be looking for hopefully getting in front of his teammate, maybe a podium here, as long as he just can find 4/10. I don't remember how much he was up in the second, but pretty much if you don't have that much time, you want to get as close as you can to this wall. If you can't find any time in section 1, you're really kind of just in a hole, and he is just going to come into the pits with the top 2 who's in front of him. Okay, so Dom is half a tenth up, which is only going to be best for P2 at the moment. I know these top guys are looking for a 25.7. See what Jack is setting. Jack has invalidated his lap, but Dom is going to be coming through this final sector. He is going to be a tenth up, which is putting actually just a little bit under for pole. He's going to have to bring it in this last corner if he wants pole, well, provisional pole. And he is going to be braking for this final corner, trying to get as close as he can to that wall. Looks like he had great turning. Just get on the throttle as quick as possible. And he is going to make it shortest way to the line. And he is going to put himself up into P1, barely ahead of Willis Jack. But it is going to be Trickstrands that has put himself up into P3. Going to take a little ride with Kant to see how he's working out. Yeah, Kant is going to be coming into this final section. Going to need a great turn in, and it looks like he has, and he can just get on that throttle as quick as possible. Shortest distance to the line, maybe a little split stream from that Alpine, but he is going to put himself up into P6 just right in front of Wandy with Switch, which is actually a tenth up on his time at the moment, and that's F50 up into P7, and I think Fridge just went up to, that is going to be still a 10th improvement from Switch, which is probably going to put him into P8 right in front of Wandy. Maybe, nope, yeah, it's going to be P8 most likely. And he is going to be coming into this final sector. Like I said multiple times, you need to get as close as you can to that wall. Look like he isn't that close. But if he, as long as you get the power down, you'll be fine. And he is just going to come into the pits. That wasn't, he probably threw it away in the end. But we do have, I think, Fridge is not on the lap being validated. Parker's on a lap. Did not get to see his sector improvement, but looks like he did touch that wall, and that is going to be a validation for Parker. Looked like he was on for a great lap, but wasn't able to bring it home. Who is this? Senior Ghost? Yeah, I don't think he's going on another lap. And then Alan Bai, he is in P16 for Ferrari. With the, I'm pretty sure Meow Slayer was fighting for like the top 5 last race. Something like that. Thought he was. Good old Friggy boy in the Williams this season. Great cutting of the track, I believe. With Const in P6. Const is trying to get himself back into the groove. I know he's been struggling. He's just been kind of off pace a little bit. But at the moment, that is going to be a Dom P1 just by a hair with Wellish Jack right behind him. And then just a little under a tenth is going to be Trickshans. And then a tenth away from P2 is going to be Senior Ghost. Top 4 in a very tight battle for the pole. Just a little bit of improvement, just a little bit different of what the hell just happened. Don't you, I swear to God, if my wheel breaks, I'm going to freak out. It is going to be Alan Bai probably gonna set one of the first of the last laps of the session. He's definitely going to want to try to break those 26s. A low 26 will promise him probably a top 8 if he can just keep a lap together. Hopefully going to be able to get it done today. It is going to be Alan B starting his lap. Might as well ride with him for a little bit. So we're going to have time till we see the other guys. But he's going to run into a little bit of traffic. Does look like he's kind of stopping the car a little too much for turn 1. You're going to want to try to carry as much speed, or didn't get on the throttle that much either. But you want to carry as much speed as you can through this track and get on the throttle as much as you can. Looked like that was a very good corner, turn 4 I think that is. He did touch the wall just a little bit. Down, he was in 7th for that? What? But he is going to be about a tenth up on his time. Don't want to keep it as tidy as you can through here. Get on the throttle as quick as possible. But through here, you're going to want to try to brake a little earlier, get the car turned in, and get on the throttle as quick as possible. It looked like he wasn't able to get the car fully turned in, not having that rotation. Maybe running a little bit lower downforce than the other guys around him. But through Sector 2, he is going to be a 2 tenths up, which is going to put him most likely in P13. If he can find just 2 or 3 more tenths in this final corner, maybe he could put himself up into top 10. And he is going to be coming through this final corner. Try to get as close as you can. Would not even touch the curb. But he is going to be coming across the line. He's going to put himself from P16, not making the shortest line he can. But he is going to put himself up into P13. Hope he doesn't fall that low. But it is going to be a Meow Slayer that is 3 tenths up at the moment on his time, which is going to put him at least P13. But I want to see one of the other boys. Let's look at Jamie. Yep, Jamie is going to be one of the. He's going to be the second guy setting his final lap of the session. These McLaren boys look like they're pretty quick. Just trying to make some work. They're under their new TP. I don't know who is the new 2P. But he looks like he's doing some good stuff out there. Looks like there was a little trying to slow the car down a little too much there. But maybe that is a strat. And he is going to be able to carry tons of speed through there. Look like a wonderful Sector 1. He's going to have any improvement. He is going to actually be a half a tenth down on his time. But he is going to look a little too late on the throttle. Didn't carry enough speed through there. But Sector 2 is still places to find time. What about his teammate Wandy? His teammate Wandy is going to be about 3 tenths up on his time, which is going to be probably taking over Khan's. Khan's is only a tenth up at the moment. But Jamie is. Wasn't able to see his sector split. Sweet. I hate it here. But qualifying is going to be over. Jamie is going to be one of the first ones to finish his lap. And he is going to put himself up into P5. He is going to remain. Wandy is going to look for an improvement, maybe over his teammate. He is going to put himself over his teammate with Chris crossing the line now, and he is 3/10 off his time. If I could find somebody, that'd be sweet. But Senior Ghost is going to take pole, and Willis Jack is going to have a little bit of a split stream from whoever car that was. That was a little cheeky. A little bit of a Red Bull. There was some allegations of them working together. That is going to be Dom on pole. I mean, Willis Jack on pole with Dom chasing. Dom is going to be into P2 with F50 and then Fridge to 11th. And then Zach's going to be finishing his lap now. He's going to come into the pits. Meow Slayer is also going to be coming into the pits. There's a lot happening there. Kind of saw that a little bit. I don't know. I think that Red Bull is helping out Willis Jack. That's some bullshit. I probably shouldn't say that, but you know. But Dom is only 2/10 away with Ghost about a 10th behind him, and the closest person to the top 3 is going to be 2/10 away from them, which isn't that much time, but P5 is right behind. Pack is pretty bunched up from P9 to P1. Should be a good race, and then P10 to probably P14. Actually, P10 to probably the dead lats. That'll be a pretty good. There'll probably be 2 trains, so it'll probably look pretty good. Hopefully, we could have a good race. That's a hope. A hope. A hope that we hope to have a good race. There you go. And Zach has a 5-place grid penalty. So that is going to be Willis Jack from Dom to Senior Ghost to Trickstance to Parker to Wandy to Conts, from Jamie to Roman Regions to F50 to Dave Raptors to Fridge to Switch to Zach to Meow Slayer to Alan By and Chris. That's going to round out the grid for today. Yippee! I'll take it. I probably should look at the. I need to look at the standings. We got 2 minutes to prepare. Where are the standings at? There they are. Alright, so it is going to be Jack from Dom to Senior Ghost. Pretty much the lineup right now. And Parker's going to be in P4 with Boosty in P5, with Fridge in P6, Panos in P7, F50 in P8, Switch in P9, Trickstance, Josh, Zach, Jamie, Wandy, Meow Slayer, Flo, that's no longer a Ferrari driver, Conts, Mitchass, Al, and Dave. Obviously from P10 down, they do have a point, but in the constructors side of things, it is the top 3 is going to be Mercedes, Alpine, and Ferrari. Mercedes has an 18 points with a 2-point lead over Alpine, with Ferrari with 14 points, and they are only 4 points away from Mercedes, with actually 4th and 5th of AlphaTauri and Williams. Both have 12 points, which is still only 6 points away from P1. Good race today from either one of them could probably see them ahead, or maybe even to P3. And then with P6, Aston Martin has 9 points. P7, Alfa Romeo 2 points. And P8 with Red Bull Racing 1 point. And then Haas and McLaren rounded out with no points. Well, today's going to look like probably a pretty good change-up with teams. Maybe not in the driver's construction, but that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 lights here in Jeddah, and away we go. Looks like everybody's going to be mostly on the same setup. A little bit of mixing out there, but that is going to be, if I could find the right camera angle, that is going to be Dom keeping his P2 with, I saw a little bit going wide back here. I don't know if that was a Williams or not, but that is going to be Fridge in P17. Doesn't look like he has a broken wing, but Bad Fortunes has hit him again. But Wellish Jack is going to be pushing a little bit here. He has just already pulled a 6/10 gap with everybody. What just happened? With everybody shuffling around positions a little much. There's going to be a Alfa Romeo going wide, but he is going to put the attack on to Meowslayer for that position, points position. But I think Dave's going to go a little wide, maybe get the undercut on him, but I don't think he is going to have enough speed to get that job done. And what are we doing back here? Frisch is already going to be back, putting himself into the mix at the P14, but it's going to put him a little wide. Hopefully not hitting the wall there. Parker and Senior Ghost are going to be battling it out a little bit. Parker has put himself up into the podium positions. Looks like the top two are already kind of running away a little bit with a second gap. These guys look like they want to tussle a little bit more. Maybe gonna not? Okay, we're not gonna do that. Okay, sweet. I need content. But the grid is going to pretty much stay the exact same. Cannot see it. Oh, position change. The grid is going to pretty much stay the exact same. That is going to be Jamie putting himself up into P4 in front of Parker. Parker is going to want to look for that move. Jamie is on the softer tires to these top 5 at the moment. Shikshans has dropped 2 positions. Conses stayed the same. Our biggest winner right now is going to be Meowslayer, though, with 5 positions gained. Also Zach as well. Haas is doing something. But Jamie and Senior Ghost are going to be wanting to look for trying to get themselves back in to, if I could find it, that'd be cool. None intervals. There you go. There you go. Subtitled. That is going to be Zach. Close enough for a move, but he is going to back out of that because it is pretty dangerous to go for a move on it, like around the outside on this track, because just first of all you're going to lose tons of time. And my wheel stopped working. Sweet. But Chris, pretty sure maybe he's pitted, maybe he broke his wing, some bad fortunes, but the top 2 are going to probably battle this one out to the end of the race. DRS is going to be a heavy factor between these guys. I know. Oh my god. I can't really see his ERS. We're just going to do a little. They are both burning a little bit. That is look like it has worked in their favor most likely. But that is going to be Zach with the position with it going to be Meowslayer with a wonderful down and up and over with I can't speak, holy, with on Wandy. Look like a wonderful move. I probably should turn my graphics up when I stream. Anyways, but Senior Ghost is going to be going wide, and that is going to be an Alpine of Parker. Maybe got tapped a little bit there, but Trickchance is going to benefit off this, and they all 3 are going to benefit it, and that is going to be probably 2 wide, maybe even 3 wide. But Kantz is going to be able to just edge out a little bit, and he is going to put himself up into P4. But everybody else behind him is still going to be battling. And that is going to be Trickchance wide, probably with a warning after that one. And that is going to be a little bit of a tap from from Dave Raptors to Zach. Senior Ghost is going to be all over the rear end of these guys. These guys are still going to go side by side, but Trickchance is going to tuck behind Parker. Can't lose too much time, or you're just going to keep losing positions. As Kantz has already pulled away, but that is going to be Trickchance getting over Parker. Parker is going to be attacked on Senior Ghost as well. Meowslayer is going to look for a move as well, losing 3 positions in less than 30 seconds, but that is going to be a little of a tap between these 2 guys. And a little bit more in the back. Parker is still... Senior Ghost is going to look for a move going around the outside on Trickchance, and he's going to get that move done. Just outbraked him just a little bit better. Kantz is almost a second away already, with Jamie into P3, chasing down the top 3. And that is going to be a Senior Ghost. He probably just tapped the wall like we've seen with Rexy last night. But that is going to be one of the AlphaTauris out of contention for this race. Probably going to be a full safety car. If it's not, I'm going to be surprised. Probably should show the gaps, yeah. What? But that is going to be the restart, and Zach is already going to be all over the rear end, but he is going to get overtaken by F50. Looks like he is running a lot lower wings than the rest of the guys around him. But that is going to be already the bottom 11 out of contention. Or, yeah, out of contention for, if I could, holy crap. But there is going to be a Senior Ghost and Roman Regions fighting for the 1 and 2 points, I'm pretty sure. And I think Senior Ghost is not going to have the advantage, but Trickchance is going to be going for a move on Meowslayer. Going to push him a little wide, and Meowslayer's not going to take that. He's going to stay on the inside and say, I'm here. But Wandy is going to be looking for a move. That's a really dangerous move to go for, but he wanted that, and he is hungry for that because he is on the softer tires, and he wants to get as many positions as he can and work his way up the field. But there's already a 2-second gap from P4, and Kons is still just trying to get himself into that, and Parker and Roman Region are still battling. Parker dropped from P3 or something like that, right? Something like that. And that is Meowslayer. Looks like he did just lose the rear. And that is going to be a full safety car. Top two still with each other. Probably shouldn't be much pitting at this time. The gaps are going to come down a little bit, so that is going to help the top 5 once again to get themselves together. And also Chris as well. He's going to be able to put himself back into contentions for this race. Prove his point, show he's good enough for Tier 1. But as we wait for the safety car, don't think Jack is going to be pitting. If he comes in, I swear, he's going to bait that 100%. He is not baiting that, he's coming in. I guess that's going to be everybody coming in. Only lap 5 of the Grand Prix, and already the hard runners are going to be pitting. I wish my game could stop doing that. Both the top 2 are going to be going on the mediums. That is going to be the whole grid in. Chris should not have Delta. This is messed up. But that is going to be the top 2 in the same position, P1 and 2, with Jamie in P3, with Hops in P4. Going to stay the exact same unless there was some accidental double stacking, which I cannot see at the moment. But Albion is scoring points for his debut as a reserve for Ferrari. We're switching to P9. What happened to Roman? Huh. Did I just call Cons Hops? I don't care anymore. This is Cons. This is not Hops. This is Cons. Well, At the moment, Willis Jack will be still leading the championship with Dom in P2. But still got a lot of racing left with Jamie showing pace. He has been able to keep up with the guys. Kind of pulling a little bit, not really that much. But I don't think safety car will be in this lap. I think it'll be next lap because Chris has still got to catch up. Honestly, the Merc looks pretty good here in Jeddah. I can't lie. Oh my gosh. Somebody just disconnect. Was not paying attention at all, to be honest. Safety car should be in this lap. The grid is all put together once again. Gonna look for a little bit better, but usually when safety car ends, more hectic stuff happens because people are more aggressive again. Because they're all looking for shoveling for positions. But I don't think anybody understands the more you fight for position, the more time you lose compared to everybody else. Which is as we saw the top two just run away with the race. We're very closely evened in pace though. But the safety car should be in this lap. Willis Jack is going to be leading off. Holy crap. Yep, and there is a sign that the safety car is going to be in this lap. Jack is probably going to slow down the grid to let the safety car come into the pit so he doesn't get slowed down. Going to be a little bit of weaving. Grid is going to get bunched up. Just waiting for somebody to slam into somebody else because nobody knows how to hold a controller or a wheel. But as we come into... I wish my thing would stop doing that. Jack's going to get a little bit of a wide line, and he is going to be going. Did catch Dom, actually not sleeping a little bit, but he did catch Jamie sleeping a little bit. Dom is going to be protected for a little while, but that is going to be Trixhands looking for a move on Kantz. Think he might just back out of this one, but he is going to go for it down the inside into turn one, and he is going to outbrake Kantz, but I think Kantz did back out of that, and that is going to be the Ferrari up into P9, but I think Switch is going to be looking for that position back. Parker throwing a dummy move in probably the dumbest corner ever. But that already is going to be a 7/10 gap from the top two already. Jamie is falling off just a little bit, but there is going to be a little bit tire different gap. Trishans is going to be looking for a move, hopefully keep himself up into that top three. Challenging for a podium. He is going to have the better tires compared to Jamie. Jamie does look like he is struggling on those tires just a little bit. Albany is going to be all over the back of Dave Raptors. He is on the harder compound Dave Raptors. Same story with the top three. You know, you want to get through, get your strategy to work, and I think Albany is going to be looking, but it is going to be Trixhands making the move on Jamie. If I was Jamie, I would just let it do its thing. Look like he did get a little bit of understeer over the oversteer. Albany is going to be all over the back end of Dave Raptors. Can you stop? And then Wandy and Parker and Switch. Albany. Okay, they're all fighting. And Albany's going to kind of force Dave into a move. Good look like he is going to go underneath. Just look like he kind of did that perfectly. And he is going to get in front of Dave Raptors. Maybe looking for a double move here. But he is going to turn off his ERS and just tuck back into behind. And now he is up to P9. Wonderful race. Looks like he is having some good pace for himself. And we're going to have F50 and Dave Raptors. Dave Raptors is going to fall down to P12 out of the points, overtaken by Zach and F50 in just a couple turns. With F50 looking for a move, but it's going to be that Ferrari all over the rear end of its sister team of Alfa Romeo that will be switched next season. No, wait, what is it called? Kick F1, that's what it is. I don't know anymore. Lime green, ew. But this is gonna be the closest drivers on the track at the moment. It looks like that was Windy going a little bit wide, maybe a warning for him, hoping not to throw it all away with a couple penalties when he is in the points. Is going to bring a good points home for his team, doing his role as a second driver. Albany is going to be eager to get past Switch. Looks like he does have the pace, but I think Switch does just have a little bit more downforce compared to Albany. He is not going to get that move done here. He's probably just waiting for the DRS, but he is going to be all over the back of that Alfa Romeo. And that is going to be DRS enabled, but they're not going to be able to use it until the next DRS zone. That is going to be just Albany going for that move, and he is just going to outbrake Switch. Switch probably isn't going to try to fight that as much, but he's going to chase down P7. It does look like Albany does found his groove here. It's a wonderful driver in the making at the moment. And he is just catching Wani just a little bit. Wani is going to be out of the DRS. This is going to be a perfect time for Albany to get past him because he's not going to have that DRS. But there is going to be 3 DRS zones. 2 DRS zones the rest of this lap, and 1 more in the start-finish straight. But with the boys up top, DRS is going to be activated for Dom. Looking for trying to get him. Oh my god, if I could speak. He's going to go a little wide there. Going to completely destroy his exit. Trickshans is going to be on the prowl, but he is not going to be gaining enough. Kantz has pulled a second gap from the car behind, but that is going to be... Who is that? Jamie or Trix that was flashing? That is going to be Trickshans flashing. Dom is going to be close enough for a move. It just depends on if he wants to make the move or not. These two setups are pretty evenly matched at the moment, but he is just going to tuck behind. But Albany is going to actually make the move on Wandy down into turn 1. Get that move wrapped up and done, and he is put himself up into P7, but now he has some work to do to get 7/10 in this lap where he's just going to be swallowed up by Wandy once again. Looks like he already has made a dent in that time. Parker is right behind Conscious. Conscious is on the the hards. That is going to be a 3-second time penalty for Trickshans, though. He has put himself out of contention for the podium. But Albany already has put himself 5/10 away from Parker. It looks like he is not going to be able to get that DRS this time around. But Wandy is going to have some people behind him that he's going to have to worry about. Don't know if Trickshans is going to want to battle this too hard, because the more you battle, the more time you lose, and the more he's going to drop down. Why is Dom not using DRS? Because he doesn't want to pass him. Stupid. Anyways. But that is probably most likely going to be Albany just going to get swallowed up by Wandy. This is going to be a great example, and Parker is actually going to pass Kantz, and then Wandy's actually going to go around the outside of Albany. I would probably let him by and you can get the DRS in the straight, but I'm not the driver here. But that is going to be Dom actually going for the move on Weller's Jack, going to go down the inside, and he's going to get it done before they hit turn 1. But Wandy is going to be attacking Albany. Albany is going to drop about 2 positions, but he is going to try to throw it down the inside of Wandy once again. Looks like those mediums are falling off just a little bit, and that is going to be Chris retiring in the pits. And Kantz is going to get himself right back to where he needs to be in P5, with Albany right behind Wandy once more. But that is going to be Albany flashing. Looks like he is maybe all out of juice for the rest of this race. Who knows? Maybe he has more time left in him. But I think they really need to work together to get themselves up close to Parker for the same stuff doesn't happen. Once again, Willis-Jack is going to be 3/10 away from Dom, but I think Dom did get a better exit out of that. The dirty air is hurting him a little bit, but he is only 4/10 away. Willis-Jack is going to get that DRS flap open, and he is going to go wide just so he doesn't get on the rear end of Dom. Probably not going to pass him here again, but you might want to make something happen because Strictions is all over the back of them as well. Or Dom is going to be going for why do I keep calling him Dom? Jack is going to go for that move around the outside. Dom's just going to tuck back right back behind him. And Dom's probably going to get the job done once again. This isn't a very good look for Willis-Jack. Or he might be using just a little bit to get ahead. But I think Dom should have gone for that. But Trictions is going to not... Oh, Roman's going for it. Roman is going to get past Albany maybe. Albany is going to drop back down to P9. He's dropping like a fly. He's dropping as much as he was coming up. But I think this might be the end for the Ferrari's reign just for the race. And that is Fridge out of the race. I think Fridge did the same thing that Rexy and Senior Ghost did. There is going to be another safety car, and Parker is going to be right behind the safety car. Let's see if we can figure out what happens. Nope, he won't be there. Okay, never mind. I think Fridge just did the same thing the rest of the guys did. Just got too close to that wall. Don't think strategies are going to switch up, but maybe, because it is going to be over double the laps when the last time they pitted. We're a little over halfway through this race. So I think maybe the strategies are going to start coming into play here. But there's really not that much tires left for these guys unless they did hard allocation. But pretty much it's just going to be softs left, I think. And then one more pair of mediums maybe? I think maybe, yeah. But that is going to be Willis-Jack coming into the pits as long as Dom, as long as Trictions and Jamie, and pretty sure Kant as well. Kant is going to come in as well, Wandy as well. Whole grid should come in. Parker is already pitted, so maybe he might stay out. I don't think so, because he won't get any time on a safety car. There's going to be a little bit of a switch up because I think both of the McLaren boys double stacked and maybe the Merc boys as well. So hopefully some people will maybe improve from this. Looks like some people have fallen actually. Parker is not going to stay out. I mean, he is going to stay out. Why are we staying out, bub? So far, the only one with the penalty is going to be Trictions. He has put himself out of the running for the win. How close this tier is. Mistakes like that just can't happen if you want to win a race. Actually, Switch has put himself up into P5. How the hell? Rest in peace, Cons. Man dropped down to P9. Double stacking probably fucked him. I shouldn't say that, I'm sorry. Heyo. Honestly, that 25 looks pretty cool in the Mercedes. Alrighty. I don't think he'll come in this lap. I think he'll come in next lap. It actually might come in this lap. I want to get a cookie. Please don't come in this lap. Please don't come in this lap. I want some cookies. I think I already would have said it, wouldn't it? I think. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna grab a cookie. One more lap of safety car. Alright, I'm back. Anyways. Cookie in hand. What am I doing? Let's look at some, Cheshire is going to be in this lap. That is going to be a 4 through 6. That is going to be on the brand new softs, looking to make some time up. Jack is already going. Dom as well knows. Trick Chance was sleeping just a little bit. But Jamie was sleeping the worst of them all. Nobody is going to be going for a move. And Albany is retired. Phenomenal. Anyways. And Switch is just pretty much throwing away his race. Putting himself back down into P12. Conte is trying to fight his way back up. Trying to go around the outside. Dave Raptors is going to try to capitalize on his slow speed exit. But it is going to be a little bit of a tussle for these guys. Oh, I can show both. I can show both. Sweet. That is going to be Dave Raptors going around the outside of Zach. Didn't look like he had enough straight line speed. Gonna have to settle it through the corner. But it is going to be almost 3 wide. And that is going to be Kantz with a little bit of lockup in the rear. Kind of pushed Zach into the wall. I don't think Zach has any damage out of that. Or Kantz maybe. I think Kantz does not have damage at all. But Dave is going to be trying to defend from Kantz. Kantz is just going to push him a little bit wide. There's going to be a little bit of wheel spin from him. And Zach is going to be eager to get past because that Williams is looking for a move on him. Oh, and that is Zach pushed wide, and he did just come straight onto the track. That is completely his fault, I would say. Can't just come on track like that, man. And that is another safety car. I wonder what everybody's going to go to. Softs. Top 3, top 4 maybe. I don't remember who. I think it's 4 through 6 that was on softs. All the soft runners are going to be pretty much throwing their race away after that one. Because the rest of the race will be on the softs. Why is that cookie making me hiccup? I don't get it. And that is going to be them coming in for the softs. But that is going to be Roman going to try to stick it out on the softs, actually. Pretty brave of him, because they're going to be about 3 laps older than the rest of the guys. Don't think anybody else is going to be risking it like that. Actually, I changed my mind. Dave Raptors and F50 both sticking it out. Roman could run away with this race if he can play himself into it. I don't know if this is Roman's first race or not. I think it might be. Or he was here. Was he here yesterday? I mean, last weekend? Well, this changes things up a little bit. Only 12 cars left in this race out of 17, which is pretty embarrassing. Um, Jeddah is an extremely hard track, I'll say that. But if Dom or Willis Jack is going to want to win this race, they're going to want to try to use this traffic to their advantage, but also want to get through the traffic as much as they can. It's going to be, I think, a 6 lap shootout. Not sure. It's going to be pretty much a 5-lapper. Albany is going to want to use the guys behind him to his advantage. Try to get them to defend as much as they can, because they're definitely going to want to defend. Try to keep their position for a podium. But also they're going to want to go for that win as well. I think Roman is kind of in a bad position here. He is going to be on the worst tires out of the whole grid. Maybe not Switch, because I don't know what Switch is doing. But if Switch can hurry up, I think safety car will come in this lap. Alrighty! If we could go this lap, that'd be cool. I would. Lovely. The safety car is going to be in this lap. It's going to be a 5-lap shootout. Or, no, yeah, I think, I don't know. I can't do simple math. That is going to be Roman Regions with leading the pack. Think this might be his first time leading a race here in CRF with Dave Raptors on the prowl, but he is going to get that wide line, and he is going to be going. Dave Raptors is going to be not caught sleeping, but F50 is going to be caught sleeping, and Willis Jack is going to want to try to make a move as fast as he can, but it is going to be the top two. If I could, like, thing would work, that'd be cool. he is going to retain that lead for now, but that is going to be Trickshands with another time penalty, with Jamie as well with a time penalty. Looking for that move on Dom. Dom is in a very bad position at the moment, but I think he is going to catch just back up through the Sector 1 because these guys are on older tires in front of Jack. And Dom is going to put himself right back into the fight, and Welishak is going to go for that move, which is going to put Dom in a very bad position. But he is going to go for the move as well. Going to have to follow his rival through, try to stay as close as he can. But it is going to be Roman Regions with already almost a second gap from P2, which is on the mediums. But Jack is going to be looking to make that move as quick and easy as possible, where he can get it done and over with. But Jamie is not going to go for a move. But Welishak is going to get around CRF Dave Raptors, but Dom is going to be stuck behind him. Going to try to get that move done because Welishak could run away here. Dom is not in a very good position, but I think Dave Raptors is just going to give this one up. Maybe not. And Dom is going to get that move done going into the corner, but Dave is probably going to get the better exit with F50 fighting as well. Trickshands. No penalty. I don't think Trickshands or Jamie should be fighting this very hard. But Trickshands is going to be going for the move, and he is going to be going side by side through there on this brand new softs. Should be getting the better exit on him, but it looks like Dave Raptors somehow got the better exit on Trickshands, with Jamie looking to pick up the scraps here. Going to try to do as much as he can. Dave is doing as much as he can as well. But Dom has been able to follow his rival up to P2 and 3. But Roman Regions is probably not going to try to let this one go very well. But Dom Welishak is going to make this move hopefully pretty soon. And maybe we can get a little fight out of the little Aston Martin. No, he wants to keep this P1. But Trickshands and Dave Raptors are still going to be fighting this out. If I could, can my wheel just work? I beg. But that is going to be Dave Raptors into P5 with a net P4 pretty much, because that is going to be actually the top 3 going for a fight a little bit. Dom is going to be trying to make his way through Welishak, trying to go around the outside, get that split stream. Don't want to be using too much through this, but it's going to be Jamie getting in front of Dave Raptors, but he's still going to finish in front of them anyways with the penalties. Welishak is going to get that move done, but Dom is going to be following him as well. I don't think Region's going to let this one go very well, but Trickshands is going to be looking for the move as well, and it's probably going to go 2 wide, maybe 3 wide to this final corner. Dom is definitely going to look through a move, and he is going to throw it out there, and he is going to get that move completed. Trickshands has put himself back into P3, but he does have that penalty, but he is technically probably last at the moment. But Jamie also looking for a move on that used soft runner. Dom is trying to just pull himself closer. Dom is trying to pull himself closer to his rival. Championship is still alive. It's only round 2 of this race, or this season. Hopefully looking for a first win for Dom. Well, not first win, but first win of the season, I'll say that. Kuntz is actually looking for a move on Dave Raptors, but he is not going to get it done. Roman Regions is closing in on Trickshands a little bit. Never mind, I changed my mind. No, he's not. I think Roman is running a little bit higher wing compared to everybody else. And Zach did make a move. And that is going to be Kuntz going for a move. Look at a late dive on Dave Raptors. Dave Raptors went from P2 to P7. Looking like he's going to need it. But there is going to be Trickshands flashing with Roman. And that is going to be a caution with Zach. I think spun around in the middle of the track. Don't know what really happened there. Trickshands is going to put himself up into P3 once again. But he is flashing with Welishak still leading the race with a half a second gap to Dom. Almost 7 tenths now, almost. Very competitive race so far. Looks like Roman is going to be able to get his first podium of his career here, I'm pretty sure. Kons has worked himself up into P5. Looking for more moves, trying to get through that P4 and maybe the P3. Looking for a Merc 1-3 maybe. Willishek looks like he is on the verge of probably winning this race. But I think Dom is just holding out a little bit. But it is going to be Kons all over the rear end of Roman. Fuck. But he is not going to have the pace or the speed, or they're not going to have the speed of the car to get past him. But that is going to be a little bit of a wiggle from that Aston Martin, and Kons is going to be all over the rear end of him, but he is going to have that DRS, so he is running a little bit lower wings. But Dom is going to be not going for that move. Kons is still just waiting, buying his time. He still technically is a P4 right now, and that's Parker with a 3-second time penalty down in P11. What is it from? It's pretty much Dave Raptors to P1 that is doing pretty good. Excuse me. But Willishek has kind of dropped off his pace a little bit. Dom is closing in just a little bit. He is actually 4.5 tenths when he was almost 7 tenths down on Willishek. But Kons is coming into these last lap and a half. I think Kons is going to want to try to get himself up into that P4. As long as he gets past Roman, he will be on the podium. Willishek is actually dropped a tenth, 2 tenths already to whatever his name is, Dom, but it looks like he was sacrificing his entry for his exit speed, but he is going to be all over the back of Willishek. I literally can't speak anymore. But coming into the last lap of the race, Dom is maybe going to be looking for a move, probably just going to tuck behind. Trickshans is not close enough to make a move, not enough to capitalize on Dom waiting, buying his time. But I think Dom and Kons are going to try to make some moves here, get themselves into an either winning position, because right now it looks like Willishek is going to win the race. And fuck, I'd rather think of. But it looks like Willishek has pulled a little bit of pace out of him, because he is up to 5 tenths once again. But Dom has been able to pull that gap down last lap, and it looks like he is already doing it again. And he is only 3 tenths away from Willishek. This is going to be coming into the last half of the lap. DRS is going to be open, looking for a move. Don't think he's going to get that move done now. No, he is going to close that DRS wing, and he's going to try to get all over the rear end of him, and he's going to dump. They're both going to dump. ERS, DRS, and everything. The wing's going to be open. He is maybe going to be close enough to make the move, but he is going to go for that move. He's going to go down the inside, and it looks like he is not going to be able to get that move done. Willishek is just going to be safe for now. But it looks like Willishek is going to be able to bring that win home for Mercedes. That is going to be Kons on P4 with Roman Allegiance, his first podium of this year. That is going to be another one. That is going to be another win for Willishek and another P2 for Dom. With Dave Raptors with a good P5, good recovery drive from him. And then that is going to be Jamie in P6 and Wandy in P7, with Trickshans dropping all the way down to P8 after his penalties were applied. Switch in P9, F50 in P10, and who the hell is still driving? Zach. And he did steal that fastest lap at the end. Don't know exactly how many wins Willis Jack has in the season. But that is going to be a wrap to Jeddah. I think I don't know who else does it. I'm not sure. I think there might be another race. I'm not sure. But anyways, that is going to be P1 for Willis Jack, his second win of the season. He is on a 2-win streak right now. Dom P2, Roman Regions in P3, Cons P4, Dave Raptors. I wish my wheel would work. Holy shit, man. Dave Raptors, Jamie, Wandy, Trickshan, Switch, F50, Parker, Zach, Alan, Fridge, Chris, Meowslayer, and Senior Ghost to round out the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, also known as Jeddah, here in CRF1, the last season of CRF on this game. Why did I say last season of CRF? Last season on F123 with F124 around the corner. Hoping it's not going to be a copy and paste. It's probably what it's going to be because I'm paying $90 for the damn thing. Well, what a wonderful waste. What a wonderful waste. Thank you. Catch us next weekend. I think Friday or Thursday for either CRF4 or CRF3. Catch CRF2 Saturday and CRF1 Sunday.